Jackets lose 3-2 to the Detroit Red Wings. I don't know what to say. Other than those were probably the 3 flukiest goals I've ever seen. It sure was not helped by Torts grabbing his favorite kitchen appliance, the blender, and just throwing the lines in and going, oh, let's see, you, and go. I thought the line of Texier, Foodie, and Borgstrand looked so good. They dominated pretty much every shift they were out there. They got a goal. They were constantly buzzing. If they were in the defensive zone, it wasn't for long because they're picking the puck up and moving up the ice. That line worked. And of course, what does Torts do? Boom, Thunder, no longer playing together. I do not put any of the goals on Elvis. None of them are his fault. How was he supposed to stop some of those? The defense looked, power play sucked still. That does not change over the summer. And the overtime choice, I do not get it. But we'll get all into that. Starting off though, first period, Jackets come out, they apply some pressure, Red Wings push it back, but both goalies stand tall, and we head to the second period, tied at 0. Not a lot happened in that first period. Coming out for the second period, about a minute in, the Red Wings jump in the offensive zone, Elvis goes out, he stops the puck and goes, here you go, Savard. So he gives it to Savard. Savard sends it up to Domi. Domi enters the offensive zone. He can either go to Atkinson, who kind of has a guy on him, or he can go over to Jenner, who has nobody on him. He goes, all right, Boone. Sends it over to Boone Jenner. Jenner takes a step down, hits a laser shot on, beats Jonathan Bernier, and the Jackets have a 1-0 lead. Boone Jenner's second goal of the year. Max Domi picking him his first point as a Blue Jacket. And that goal was scored. I was like, okay, it was a first period. They're just a little off. That's fine. It wasn't a bad first period, but it was halfway decent. You're not going to be perfect all 56 games of the season, all periods of the games. You're going to have some iffy periods, even in otherwise great games. First period was whatever. This is the way you want to start the second period. Good pass up the ice, good passes tape to tape, and a beautiful shot by Jenner. Lead. Perfect. Soon after that, the Jackets are in offensive zone, buzzing around, doing some good stuff, and PLD has the puck, and he kind of turns it over, and I think it's Mark Stahl. He gets the puck, and he's starting to head up the zone, and PLD just goes and hooks him. I'm like, PLD, that's reffing 101. They're going to call that all the time. And you do that in the offensive zone, it's not even like you're trying to stop a goal against. Offensive zone, you're just hooking the stick away. Brilliant. PLD goes to the box. But one of the strong suits of the Jackets has always been their penalty killing. It's been perfect so far this year. It's Detroit. They've had a bad power play for the past couple of years. Not the most worried. Starting off though, the power play, Jackets do a very good job killing it. And coming near the end of the power play, the Red Wings get set up in the offensive zone. Larkin sees he has a shot. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to try and either create a rebound or tip it off to Bertuzzi, who's in front, battling with the player. So when Larkin shoots it, it's going in. Elvis is lined up perfectly. This is going to be an easy save for him. Even if it's a tip, he's in perfect position. As the puck is coming in, it hits Tyler Bertuzzi's skates, redirects, and goes straight onto Anthony Mantha's tape. Anthony Mantha was starting to escape by going to the back door. He just happened to be in the correct spot at the correct time. Catches it. He just has to reach back a little bit to get it. Controls it. Pits in an empty net. Elvis tries as hard as he can to get over, but he can't get there in time. And the Detroit Red Wings tied up at 1 off of Bertuzzi's skates. How do you defend against that? After that goal, Detroit starts to take over a little bit, and they're starting putting more shots than Elvis. Elvis is making saves, and the Jackets would try and break out of the zone, but they really couldn't. Their passes were just not tape to tape like they were on the Boone Jenner goal. Something is off. 5 minutes left in the period. Face off in the Jacket zone. Detroit wins it. Shocker, I know. Franz Nielsen throws it to the point. John Merrill gets it. He sends it on net. It gets blocked on the way there and is going to the side of the net. Elvis does a good job, slides over. Once again, this puck is about a foot out. So he's expecting a low shot, because how high can you roof this? Because it's either going to be to the ceilings or low. There's going to be no between. You can't pick it right fast. So he is getting into position for the low shot, and then he's going to go up, because that's what he's expecting. It's going to either be low or he's going to take his time to roof it, and that will give him time to go into the opposition. As Bobby Ryan goes to shoot this puck, his stick and Seth Jones hit, and Seth Jones' stick basically is a perfect ramp for the shot, shoots right over Elvis's shoulder. Not much Elvis can do. Bobby Ryan scores again, and the Red Wings now lead 2-1. For the final 5 minutes, the Jackets are able to hang on to the period. So at one point in the second period, the Jackets led 1-0, and they are leaving the second period down 2-1. So, because we're heading to the third period with this situation, Torts gets out his favorite tool, and that is the blender. He just pops the lid off, throws all the lines in, pits it back on, goes, and goes, that's a line now. The new first line now is apparently Foligno, PLD, Atkinson. Then you got Robinson, Domi, and Benstrom on the second line. This is where the third line got put together, which I loved, of Foudy, Texier, Borgstrand, and that pit leaves Grigorenko, Nash, and Boonjenner to be on your fourth line. Even though Torts before the season said, I'm going to leave the lines together, I'm just going to let them build chemistry, I'm not going to mess with them too much. We are 4 games into the season. There is yet to be a single game where the starting lineup was the same as the lineup heading into the third period. The lines are constantly being changed. Nobody's allowed to build chemistry because Torts is constantly blending them up. Third period starts. We're going with the new lines, and it's starting to look okay. Like I said earlier, that Texier, Foudy, Borgstrand line is working. It is just going out there. Every shift they're dominating. They're in the offensive zone. They're moving the puck around really well. They're cycling. They're getting shots on net. They're collecting the rebounds. And it's just a matter of time before this line breaks through. About 5 minutes in the period, the Jackets dump into the offensive zone. Foudy goes chasing after it. He has Michael Del Zotto in support, so Texier does a good job. He covers for Michael Del Zotto. That's what he's supposed to do. He's been doing great at it all year. When he gets in the battle, he ends up winning it, and he sends it up to the point. It's a little off, so Dean Kukin has to skate over and get it. So, Texier does a good job. He goes to the center of the ice. Kukin just slides the pass over to him, and Texier just throws it at the net. Foudy's doing what he has to do. He's getting to the front of the net. He's in a battle with Mark Stahl, and it beats Jonathan Bernier. Now, it was originally credited to Texier, then it went to Foudy, now it's back to Texier. I'm sure at some point it's going to change. Either it is Texier's third goal of the year or Foudy's first goal of the year, which will be his first regular season goal. Either way, they both did great on this play, and this is what the line was up to all night. They were in support of each other. Detroit would end up challenging this, though, for goal interference, but Marshall did more of the goaltender interference than Foudy did, so goal stands, and the Jackets now get a power play out of this. And of course, power play does nothing, because why would it do anything? And there's a long time between whistles, so Torts is just tinkering at the lines, and at about the 10-minute mark, once again, blender. And that perfect line is now split up. They were the only line that was going in this game. Yeah, Robinson had a good game, and Boonjenner scored a goal, and he had a pretty decent game. But as a line, those 3 players were going. They're the only 3 that were going that were on a line together. I don't know why Torts broke them up, but he did. And he broke everybody up in weird ways. There was a play in the defensive zone where there's a face-off. So Torts goes with the line of Atkinson, PLD, Foudy. Okay, I can kind of see how it works. Foudy's going, you want to get the other guys going. Maybe, okay. They go up the ice, they shoot the puck, Bernier makes the save, whistle blows, now there's a face-off in the offensive zone. The line that is out there for the face-off. Atkinson, okay, so you're leaving the line out there. PLD, you're definitely leaving them out there. Borgstrand. What? You're telling me Foudy is a better defensive player than Oliver Borgstrand? Because I do not think that. Love Foudy, he's great. But to me, Borgstrand's the better defensive player because he's just been in the league longer. He knows what to do more. And I don't even think Borgstrand's that good of a defensive player. If you're going to pit somebody out there for defensive, why wouldn't you pit out Foligno or Riley Nash or Eric Robinson, who's been killing penalties this year and looking great doing it. Why would you change that? Just the one player up. Everybody's just constantly going out there. I seriously think Torts is on the bench with the blender, takes the lid off and goes, you. Okay, get out there. All right, I put it back on. Blend. You, get out there. That's what it looked like to me. And when you do that from the final 10 minutes on in the game, shocker, you don't build chemistry with anybody, and you can't get that much offensive zone time, so we head to overtime. We start overtime. Guys we know that have been going. Robinson, Foodie, Texier, Porkstrand. Any of those four should start overtime. Who starts overtime? Domi and Atkinson. And even though Domi had the assist, I don't think it was his best game. Atkinson looked horrible in this game. So why are you rewarding the guys that have not been going for you? And that's Torts' big thing. If you are going, you get the ice time. Those four guys were going. They should have started overtime. And they showed the bench. Torts is talking. He goes, okay, PLD and Borkstrand, you're next. Okay, you pit Borkstrand with him. That makes sense. Fine. Next up after that was Texier. Thank you. There shouldn't be third on your list, but thank you. And Foligno. Now, I love Foligno. He's a great captain. However, Foodie, he's not playing on your power play, which I do not get. And you don't plan on pitting him out there in 3-on-3 where it is as much open ice as you can. It is a speed game. Why are you pitting your fastest player out there? So, start overtime. Domi loses the faceoff. Shocker. So the Jackets lose the opening faceoff. Red Wings head up ice. Larkin enters the zone. Tyler Bertuzzi is crashing towards the net. Larkin throws the puck on net. Elvis makes the save, and it hits him. A rebound goes out, hits Tyler Bertuzzi in the crotch as he's going by, and it goes in the net. Red Wings win 3-2 in overtime. 15 seconds. Cool. Good job, Torts. That one's kind of on you. Why are you putting Domi and Atkinson out there? I would have loved for a reporter to go, hey, what was your thought process been going with Domi and Atkinson? Nobody asked him that. That would have been my very first question. And he probably would have given the same old, I want to get Atkinson going. My next question would have been, why are you trying to get somebody going in overtime? You get somebody going in regulation, where if they don't screw up, it doesn't cost you the game. This cost the Jackets the game, and they got 3 out of the 4 points in Detroit. Not a great way to start the season. Hopefully when they come out and play Tampa Bay, it's the home opener, maybe being back home, settle some things down, maybe they get Miko Koivu back, who can actually win a face-off, and the Jackets can play up to Tampa rather than down to Detroit. Who knows? But we'll find out on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe. All that fun stuff. Until next time when they play the Tampa Bay Lightning, I will see you later.